Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 2 of English 1302. I want to take just a few moments to kind of review with you some of the stuff that we've started this semester, including your reading assignments, your research writing, and just the course in general. First of all, I hope your semester has gotten off to a good start. It's kind of unusual to have a full week of class and then have a holiday, but I hope your short week has been a good one. Um, First thing let me remind you to do is, of course, now that we've been in for a couple of weeks, go back and look again at some of those early instructions. Go back and look over your syllabus again. Go back and read those watch those introductory videos again. There's lots of good information. I'm getting some questions, which I know the information for is on the videos or on the syllabus or on the handouts in the module called syllabus/welcome. So go back and review some of the basics as far as discussion posts. They have to be 200 words or more. There'll normally be 2 a week. Now on some weeks, like week 4, I think there's only 1. And when we get closer to the semester, we won't have any. But those are almost always due at 11:55 p.m. each Sunday evening, just like most of the out-of-class writing assignments are as well. In an online class, you've got to be sure to read the instructions carefully and think about what they mean, think about what it probably is asking for. If you're not 100% sure, please ask. But I do try to be clear on the assignments, especially on the assignment sheets. So read those through carefully, highlight the important things, and then if you're still not sure, of course, send me an email. Remember, this semester we're not using Blackboard Messenger, and of course you don't want to click reply to those emails that come from do not reply at blackboard.com. Start a new email, send it to jfly@southplainscollege.edu, and I'll get back to you just as quickly as I can, barring weekends. Okay, so you've started Macbeth. Congratulations. Shakespeare is interesting and educational. This is a tragedy, kind of a supernatural tragedy. And we talked, I think our second discussion question was, why did he choose to open with the witches? Why did he choose the setting that he chose? And so that'll give you something to think about. But Macbeth, of course, you want to be sure and know who the characters are. Very helpful anytime you start a new piece of literature. Be sure you know what the main ideas are. A good summary of the plot is very helpful. And the themes of Macbeth. Of course, the main theme of Macbeth is ambition and blind ambition. What drives that? What causes that? As well as insanity, sleep, blood, murder, loyalty, those kind of ideas. But it's always helpful to me to kind of remind myself that King Duncan, the King of Scotland at the beginning of the play, was a very good king, and he was related, he was a kinsman to Macbeth. So Macbeth's murder, spoiler alert, his murder of his king was like a triple crime all in one. But anyway, as you read through the play, kind of keep in mind which topic that you're working on, which aspect of the topic you're working on, and then look for quotes. You really just need really short little quotes. I've already posted a handout, or just posted a handout called Format. That's what your paper should look like. The font, the spacing, the heading, and we will do a separate thing on the works cited page. Now on this one, it's going to be very simple because you've only got the one work. In fact, I'll probably just give it to you. It's so simple, but it's just the play Macbeth by Shakespeare, which I do recommend a standalone copy, but you can download it if you want to and print those out. That works equally as well, I think. Your first quiz is coming up in a couple of weeks. It will cover both the play Macbeth, as well as the characters, the themes, and the plot, plus the Greek and Renaissance drama, the history of drama, the life and times of William Shakespeare. So 3 kind of general areas. I really hope you do well on this first quiz. It's 50 points, so it's a It's a significant part of your grade. And of course, your research paper is also due at the end of week 4, which is the first week of February. So you still got a couple of weeks on that. Um, you really want to pay attention to the essay structure on your paper. The thesis, the last sentence of the introduction, should be the main idea, and it should clearly answer the research question. So, whichever one of the topics that you chose to write about, the setting of the play, Macbeth's transformation or Lady Macbeth, that should be in your thesis. That idea should be in the last sentence of the introduction, and your thesis should clearly answer it. Now, there's a real tendency to try to build up to the big answer and put that in the conclusion. We don't want that. Go ahead and tell me what your research found, what you found in doing your research in the thesis. The cause of Lady Macbeth of Macbeth's transformation was yada yada yada. Macbeth deserves her fate because yada yada yada. The setting of the play helps the reader understand because yada yada yada. Make that your main idea. Then break it down into 3 or 4 body paragraphs, and then repeat the main idea in the conclusion. Standard essay structure. Don't forget your topic sentences, and proofread carefully before you turn in. We'll be turning in using the Turnitin app. It'll be under the research writing module. I haven't opened it up yet, but we got plenty of time on that. If you'd like me to take a look at a rough draft or an outline, I'm happy to do that. But remember, if you just send me your paper and say, what do you think? I'll tell you, oh, I think it's a good start. I think, you've got some good basics here. But if you'll ask me specific questions, I can give you good specific answers. Mr. Fly, does this thesis clearly answers the research question? Mr. Fly, does this topic sentence effectively control this body paragraph? Mr. Fly, have I used the format correctly? Whatever it is you're curious about, let me know and I'm happy to help. After all, that's why they pay me the big bucks. If you're in my online class, please remember, and I'll remind you of this, you are more than welcome. You are cordially invited and warmly welcome to attend my face-to-face classes. I teach one on Monday night at 7 p.m. and I teach one on Thursday night at 5:30 p.m. Both of those meet in room 2016, which is on the second floor. We're at the SPC Lubbock downtown campus, which is on 13th and Avenue Q, and would love to have you join us. You don't need a reservation or anything. Just show up, and I can answer your questions face to face as they pop up. Plus, a good discussion really helps to aid in comprehension. I was very glad to see that many people are doing a good job on their discussion posts. You want to make sure, you want to continue to make sure that your first sentence answers the discussion question, and then the following sentences are just going to build or kind of explain, they're going to delineate, expound upon your first sentence. But that's the same structure as your body paragraphs in your research paper. So it's good practice. Now, spelling, punctuation, grammar really don't matter on the discussion posts. They do matter on the research papers. So you're going to have basically 3.5, 4 weeks to write that. But on the discussion posts, no, don't worry too much about grammar, spelling, punctuation. Okay, I think that brings us up to date. I will try to publish at least one video each week, if nothing else, just for words of encouragement and support. But if you do have any questions, and I hope you do, let me know. Send me an email to my email address, and I will answer you just as quick as possible. Thanks, and have a good week.